Hello guys, today in the morning I have read an article, a foreign one, that in a very neutral tone was analyzing the probability of the next very brutal attack of Russian army on Kharkiv, one of the most beautiful and large cities of Ukraine, unfortunately located close to the border with Russian Federation. Kharkiv suffers daily and a lot from Russian shellings, electricity shortages, and all the other crimes that Russians are ready to commit on Ukrainian lands. And also it is very dear to my heart because this is the city where I defended my PhD, and unfortunately now some of the buildings of the university where I defended it are destroyed. Because Russia is the state that wants to erase Ukraine, its culture, its science, its education from the face of earth, but we will stop them. And I thought to keep this video personal, and let's think together why Kharkiv is so important for us and also for Putin, and that we will defend it and all the territory of Ukraine will return back. But let me tell you more about Kharkiv, the way it lives now, and why the city is so important for every Ukrainian heart. My name is Anna, and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. So if you're new to the channel, you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight against Russian propaganda and fake news. And my longtime friends, check your subscription status and hit notification button. Kharkiv is located really close to the border with Russian Federation, and that's why the city suffers a lot since the very start of full-scale invasion. It is heavily shelled. They have 20, 30 explosions a day. I do have friends and acquaintances who live there, and they've got used to that. And many of them returned back. They were temporarily relocated abroad or in different parts of Ukraine, but decided to return back home because there is no other place like home, and because Kharkiv indeed is a very beautiful city with great potential, one of the industrial and scientific educational centers of Ukraine. Actually, it had a history of being the capital of Ukraine for like 10-20 years. At the start of Ukrainian Soviet Republic, the capital of Ukraine was in Kharkiv. That was a political move because communists considered Kyiv to be too historical, too Christian. There are lots of churches and lots of golden domes all around the city, and they thought it will not look good for a pro-industrial communist capital, and moved it to Kharkiv that was developing like crazy, and one of the largest buildings in the world were constructed in the 20s, this constructivist style, the largest in the world square, and it was very booming, dazzling, full of Ukrainian writers, full of Ukrainian actors, scientists, and so on. And it remained a very, very beautiful city and an extremely strong fortress on our northern and southern border. And we know that daily this city is shelled with lots of bombs. They use guided aerial bombs that are devastating. They have targeted the city today with Zircon missiles that they advertised as hypersonic and impossible to stop. And actually it takes this missile to travel like 3 minutes to Kyiv, 5 minutes to Lviv, and perhaps a minute to Kharkiv. So even if you have an air raid alert, you will not have time to escape and hide, which definitely goes against any rules. And they apply it, they use them on civilian infrastructure. Lots of universities, and Kharkiv was known for its universities, are destroyed, and this is a tragedy. But people are very resilient. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, demonstrate your solidarity with us. This is important to make more information about Ukraine available online. That's not difficult, but that's super important. And people, those of you who've been to Kharkiv, let me know in the comments. That's really interesting to know whether you've seen one of Ukrainian capitals. And why does Putin need it? And the article analyzed it, and there is definitely some truth in this analysis. They understand they will not take Kyiv. They understand they cannot continue this war for many years. They definitely need a break for another 5-10 years, because until Russia is defeated, there is no peace on the planet. So they need some kind of frozen conflict, but they also need a victory. And plan Y, X, Z, because all the previous plans they've already used might be to try and get Kharkiv and demonstrate it as a victory for local Russian population and stop this special military operation for a certain period of time, just a certain period of time, because they will need time to regain people, I don't know, money, maybe they will ask sanctions to fall down. Guys, never agree on that. We will never agree on that. So never push Ukraine to negotiate with Putin and modern Russia, because this is just like doing that with Hitler. After so many crimes committed, after so many things done and not just said or threatened, the only way to end this war is to defeat Russia, to take Putin dead or alive to The Hague, and not just him, but like thousands of people involved, and millions of people have to be de-zombified. And that's the way to win, nothing else. I am sure Ukraine knows about these plans, and of course we have lots of Ukrainian armed forces there. We desperately need all the systems like Patriots, F-16s, and all of these things to protect us, Once again, we do not attack anyone. Stop being afraid that we will target these supplies on something forbidden. All the things that we do protect our schools, our children, our hospitals, our Kharkiv. And I know you understand that, but unfortunately many people choose either to turn their blind eye on or to believe that it may resolve somehow. No, it is just like as a deadly disease. It has to be cured, and only then we may relax and learn on our mistakes, until unfortunately another Putin or Hitler arises. Unfortunately, that's the way the world is. Maybe I'm mistaken, I wish I would. And today we have the last day of our sale on the website, so do check the t-shirts and sweatshirts and caps and stickers that you like. They work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine, and they also introduce you to the important aspects of our Ukrainian life and our cultural heritage and our military heritage too. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons. I'm honored to have you in my life. Remember to join me on Instagram, X, Threads, and Discord. But most importantly, I'm very grateful that I have you in my life. And let me know, have you been to Kharkiv and would you like to? Because I think we can only feel this war if it is personal. And it is very personal for every Ukrainian, because there are lots of connections to the cities, to the people, to the memories. And I do want to return back to Kharkiv, to visit the people I know, to see the places I love. And I dream that the universities are reconstructed and people are back to studies and normal life. This is all that we want. And I'm sure you support us in this desire. And unfortunately, to be able to achieve this desire, we have to neutralize the enemy. And this is not just the enemy of Ukraine. This is the enemy of democracy, everything sane and everything normal. But I know you know. Slava Ukraini!